If you've been watching our YouTube videos at all, you'll know that we're 40-year pickers, and we decided to begin a YouTube channel because of our adventures and misadventures. We go to some pretty cool places, we clean out hoarder homes, we buy out estates, and we have an Etsy store and a couple eBay stores also. And we sell our items to people that are looking to reconnect with some things from their past. So I have a tote that I pulled out of my storage shed behind our home, and I counted 48 more totes in there. These are from a hoarder house that I cleaned out about 3 years ago, and I just haven't gotten to empty any of the totes or list any of the items. So I guess actually I'd become a hoarder also, which is a scary thought. So I'm going to go through this tote like I did the first one and like I will the rest of them. And if you see anything in this tote that you're interested in, contact us through our channel on YouTube, and we can give you a great price on it. And we're used to shipping all over the country. So let's dig into this bear and see what we've got here. Probably a 1970 drink mixer. It's advertised for a vodka. So you would, obviously shake your drink in here, pull the cap off, and pour it in the glass. I have snow in the back of my truck, so you're going to have to excuse that. Looks like I have a pair of chalkware Dutch wall hangings, actually flower pockets, and they're ready to hang. They are marked. Probably 1950s, maybe even 1940s. Some awesome pieces. Looks like it's an old Flintstones glass. Probably not really old. I would think 1980s. Looks like it was McDonald's. Could be 1990s. Oh, here's an old Civil War ashtray. Obviously not from the Civil War, but to commemorate the Civil War. Made in the USA. Let's see if I have the other one of these. Two cute little pigs. Who doesn't like pigs, right? Salt and pepper shakers. Cork is in that one. Cork is not in that one. These are really collectible. There's a lot of people out there that collect pigs, and who doesn't like farmer pigs? Got a beautiful bud vase here. It's etched glass, about 10 inches tall. It's actually a really pretty piece. Back in the day, right? They used to take your children's shoes and have them bronzed. So it's kind of a cool piece. And it looks like there's a couple ball bearings in it. For what reason, I don't know. I'll put them back for now. Looks like another match to the McDonald's Flintstone glass. We have a set of two of those. Some kind of an angel piece, ceramic, probably 1960s. Small 4-inch ashtray. Another ashtray. A bike pedal. Collectible for somebody that restores bikes. Red Lantern, Robust Pizza, Supreme Quality, Oshkosh, Wisconsin. 4-inch ashtray. And another one. Seems like ashtrays were the pick of the day on this. These are really handy if you're doing jewelry or stamps or anything. You would clip something in here and then raise the magnifying glass to view it. It's kind of a cool piece. I might actually keep there. It's got a cast iron base. Oh, this is a really nice piece of glass. It might be Murano, Venetian glass, handmade. This is probably a really expensive piece. It doesn't look like it has any breaks and a good subject matter. Dogs are always good subject matters. So glass and aluminum, salt or pepper shaker. And I'm sure the other one is in there because I wouldn't have just kept one. So hopefully I'll find it. An old Marshfield Clinic, which is in central Wisconsin. Must have been medicine, and they actually mailed it. Wow, pretty old. They would mail medicine in a wooden box. Looks like a sterling cobalt blue salt shaker because it has an S on it. And I think I see the pepper, which I do. It's got the P on it. It's a nice set. If that was shined up, it would be beautiful. It's a real nice set. An old scale, which are real common with the farms and the old grocery stores in the country around here. Probably goes up to 25 pounds. Yep, it goes up to 25 pounds. These are kind of cool to hang and then see where, use them for plant hangers, kind of rustic farm charm. Well, looks like a Red Riding Hood meets the big bad wolf on the way to Grandpa's house or grandmother's house. That's got to be 1950s. That's a really cool glass. There's probably a set of these, so maybe somebody would need this one. Let's get those out of there. This is just a cool piece of silver. It's probably silver plated. It looks like an egg and it's slanted back. It's a really cool piece. Be an awesome piece to put a plant in or even to use for a pen or pencil holder if people still use pens and pencils. Some old furniture casters, always nice to have if you're repairing furniture. It's another piece of silver plate. Looks like it's got a cover to it. It has a pipe here. I wonder if it's some type of a tobacco holder. It's got an owl and then a pipe. It's an interesting piece. I'm going to have to look into this one. It's kind of a cool piece. This would have been put in a bottle, any kind of a bottle, a soda bottle, with water. And when your mother or grandmother were ironing, they would actually sprinkle the water on the clothes to make them damp so when they ironed them, the wrinkles came out. They were common back in the day. You don't see many of them anymore. Kind of a neat piece. Francoma ashtray in green. Francoma is really popular, collectible. Kind of got that 1950s, 1940s look to it. Kind of a matte finish, usually in really cool colors like this green. Anchor hocking. See the anchor with the H on it? It's their symbol. So it's just a small measuring cup. Never seen one of these before. Not like this. I've seen anchor hocking measuring cups, but this could have been used for canning. If you're canning vegetables or anything, this could have been a great measuring device for the liquids you put in. Ooh, cast iron. I love cast iron. It's an awesome cast iron bird. Almost looks like it would sit on top of something, but I don't think so. I think it was meant to stand alone. Awesome piece. It's kind of heavy. Oh, bicycle light for those who like to restore bicycles. Talking about chrome, you can see how this is kind of a little bit not rusty, but tarnished. And it's the same with chrome bumpers on a car. If you just take an SOS pad and scrub it, it'll take off 95% of the stuff that's on that light. So it's an easy way to clean up chrome on your vehicle or motorcycle. Old perfume bottle with a rusty metal top. I have somebody behind me making noise, as you can probably hear. Another plant hanger or scale, whichever. Again, these were so common on farms and in country grocery stores. Put it by the other one. Oh, here's the other shaker. It's a nice set. One needs to be cleaned up. It looks like the salt was on that one. But yeah, it's kind of a nice retro mid-century look maybe. Here's a generator to the light. You hook this up on your bike and this would ride on the tire and turn and generate electricity, run wires all the way up to the light, and the light would come on. That's how they worked back in the day. And in case it didn't work, this was probably a reflector that went on the back of the bike. And if you lost your pedal, there's a replacement. Put that by the other one. Hoarders are really interesting. The variety of things that they come up with. Uh, College Inn, they look like timers, wind-up timers. No idea. Good for steampunk, I would think. More salt and pepper shakers in 7-Up bottles. Good graphics, they're not worn off. The plastic tops are usually broken on this or on these, and they're not on this set. Nice color to the glass. Those in there for protection. Lamps. Lamps. It's too small for any lamps, unless you're talking. These are really collectible. They're getting harder to find, and people that restore electronics are always looking for these type of lights. I'm sorry, lamps, lights. This is probably another box of them. I'm thinking anyway. Yes, it is. Kind of mercury tipped. I wouldn't be surprised if these weren't worth about $35 to $40 a piece. 2, 3, 4 of them in there. It could be like a $150 box right there. probably really easily. An old small pottery piece, very old, iridescent or iridescent, kind of a bluish blackish gray. That's a cool piece. I like the finish on it. Looks like there's a couple more lights in there. It's a really nice picture. Probably 1950s or 60s. It looks like there's 4 cups to go with it. And it looks like the cups are full of treasures. That's a nice set for orange juice in the morning. Nice graphics on it. We have a Pepsi bottle that doesn't look like a Pepsi bottle. I mean, it looks like one, but Avon Lip Pop Cola flavor. Wow, never seen anything like that. Well, there's some in there. I won't try it just because I don't know who used it before me. It's in there. It's like an old sewing needle case for a sewing machine, wooden. Back in the day, that's what they were made of. Couple 4 brass coat hooks. They're nice. Yeah, I used to put these on when we had our log cabin in the hills of Arkansas. I would put these on old wooden levels, like a carpenter would use, screw them on there and hang our coats and hats on them. They're kind of cool pieces for that. Another one. Now we got 5. Keystone. Looks like a multi-level shot glass. Putting people to the test. Ronald McDonald glass, probably 80s. Smurf glass, probably 80s. Care Bear, probably 80s. Another Smurf, probably 80s. Another one, probably 80s. Another one, probably 80s. Another one, probably 80s. 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 And finally, one more brass hook. So, when you empty a hoarder house, you usually have a short time to empty it out, usually a week or two. So you're just grabbing anything that looks interesting and putting it in a tote and getting it out of there because what's left in it you paid for, but you don't get to take. 2 more things in here. It's like looking in a hoarder house, you never know when you're going to find extra things. Little angel, which I would almost think would sit on there. And another really beautiful blown glass bird. Looks like left on Japan. It's a nice piece. It's probably about a $25 or $30 bird. Where the other dog I showed you could be up to 100 to 150. And it's just banging around inside of a tote. So, like I said, hoarders, you never know what you're going to find. These totes I haven't seen for about 3 years. I'm going to continue going through them. The items that I decide not to do anything with will go in a box, and that'll be part of our Goodwill Wednesdays, where we don't go to Goodwill to pick items up. On Wednesdays, we go to Goodwill to drop items off, and most of the items we're dropping off could be put online for sale, but they just don't bring the kind of money that we're looking for. So we take them to Goodwill and offer them to other resellers that like that type of product. So check out our other videos. got some pretty amazing adventures. One adventure includes live hand grenades that almost killed me, and also picking in the Ozarks, Illinois, Missouri, Michigan, the UP of Michigan, Minnesota, and of course all over Wisconsin. And follow us, subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Just hit the little subscribe button and thumbs up some of our videos and become part of our family. Come on these adventures with us. Cheryl and I, we run into some awesome things, some crazy situations, a lot of misadventures, and come along and join us. I appreciate you hanging out with me. It's really cold. I'm going to go back in, warm up a little bit, then put this stuff away. Thanks.